lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude. I'm here with my guest star J53518 to review The Algae is Always Greener, requested by CC Studios.
The episode is about, after trying to catch the formula, Plankton decides that he's tired of eating meatloaf. Don't know why Karen has to keep making it for him. Dumb robotic bitch. I'm just kidding. Anyway, he decides to have a way of waking up one day, using the machine, and one day it becomes Mr. Krabs. What happens is, they switch bodies to a machine Plankton invented. Now he's living a double life. We'll switch life. While Krabs is him, he is Krabs. Now, out of confusion, Plankton must find a way to reverse the effects, as well as save Bikini Bottom in attempts to steal the formula, while dealing with Krabs' life, and while Krabs is dealing with Plankton's life. Review the plot. Very interesting synopsis. Thank you, narrator guy. This was a very good episode. Again, it has a Twilight Zone kind of twist. The idea that sometimes we don't know who we are in our shoes till we actually experience who they are. I like that they went with this whole old school TV show way. And it works for SpongeBob. I mean, with Plankton trying to be Mr. Krabs, with him trying to give $1 to Pearl, which is terrible. I felt bad for her. With Mr. Krabs being naked. Dear God, I haven't seen a naked crab like that since Red Lobster. Jesus Christ. But them using a clothes cannon. What is it? SpongeBob puts clothes and linen in his holes, and he shot him with pants or a bra? What the heck, Nickelodeon? But I found this to be very hilarious. The animation looks very nice. The only flaw is, really? Naked crabs? Never mind. Anyway, I give it a 5 out of 5. What do you think, Tiger Dude?
I really enjoy The Algae is Always Greener. It's something unique for a Plankton episode. And while I can't say it's one of my favorite Plankton episodes, it's definitely one of the more unique ones. And I really appreciate this episode just for that. I thought the storyline was something solid, very well told. And it's just nice to see how the alternate universe goes. Plankton as Mr. Krabs is Plankton, so you get a sense of idea of how things would be if it alternates the other way. And that was something that definitely really interested me. And there were some very funny moments to make it highly entertaining. One of the greatest lines of SpongeBob history for me is, "Good grief, he's naked." That always makes me laugh. I just really love that moment. I really thought the ending was really good. It's a little bit rushed, but I appreciate it. Now, my flaws with this episode, though, for one thing, my biggest flaw is that it is so annoying at some times. Like the moment with SpongeBob especially, there were times where he is not even normal. Like when he's doing It's like, oh my gosh, there were some moments that just really hurt my head because how annoying they are. And the characters, as for the rest of them, they really didn't act like themselves sometimes. So that's something that really bugged me. My interest in the storyline was lost for a while, and I thought it was a little too exaggerated, like the overall strangeness of the alternate universe. Like, I thought they just could have just toned that down. They went a little too crazy with this episode, in my opinion. Overall, I do really enjoy it, though, so I'm going to give The Algae is Always Greener a 7.5 out of 10. I definitely admire it.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man.
Algae and J53518 are reviewing SpongeGuard on duty. So, what is the plot, J5?
Tell us, J5. Thank you, narrator guy. Thank you, Tiger Dude. The episode is SpongeGuard on duty. Basically, SpongeBob decides to help Larry when he's absent to being a lifeguard, even though the problem is he does not know how to swim. That's the biggest criticism. When we review it, I'm going to lay down the sponge smack on this. And through that, he tries to do his best to be a SpongeBob lifeguard, but the little sponge can't help the pressure. He messes up, disaster happens in Goo Lagoon, and Larry has to save the day. Not only SpongeBob, but the dumb star himself, Patrick, who he goes over the line by saying, "Ice cream, ice cream, ah, crab." This was the funniest episode. And yet, the good animation, it was a good idea, the whole curiosity killed the cat kind of idea. But I love the animation, the characters. I guess the only reason why I have to criticize it is this. Why the name of La Verge de Guadalupe, forgive me to say this, Lord, why the fuck can SpongeBob swim in water? He is a sea creature. Why the fuck can he not swim? Patrick can swim, not good. Even Larry can swim. He's a lobster. He's smarter than a sea sponge in real life. What the fuck, Nickelodeon? I know it's fiction, but really? What the fuck? What do you think, voiceover dude? It's fucked up. Thank you, voiceover dude. Oh, I so beat them to a sense. Ugh. Are you ready for this, guys? My epic rating. Epic rating. 4.5 out of 5 clams in Bikini Bottom. Back to you, Tiger Dude.
Now, as much as I love SpongeBob, this one I'm not too crazy about. It's not a bad episode. It has its entertaining moments. It's enjoyable. That's the best I could describe it. It's not a great episode. It's just an okay, enjoyable episode. The storyline's okay. It's something that can really keep you entertained enough. I thought Larry the Lobster, it was cool seeing him as a hero, but I thought it was very douchebaggy of him to just... That's one of my flaws with this episode personally. I didn't like that. And what you just ranted about, J5, I completely agree with you.
Thanks, man.
How the fuck do SpongeBob and Patrick not know
swim.
how to swim?
He swims as fast, strong as Aquaman. What the hell, Nickelodeon?
Yeah, I agree, man. But yeah, look, I know it's a cartoon. I know cartoons, you're supposed to be imaginative. But I'm sorry, that was just one thing, and that was just one thing at SpongeBob I could just not let go. You can't swim when you're actually living underwater. It shouldn't bug me, but it really does. It ended pretty rushed and a little abrupt. I didn't really like that. And yeah, the storyline, it just doesn't really catch my interest that much. Some of it, but just not a whole lot of it. But as for my positives with the episode, there are some very funny moments, and the bummer is that Patrick was only in the beginning and the ending of this episode. I feel like if Patrick was in the whole episode, he could have saved this episode more. But for the role Patrick has, he was hilarious. Some of the stuff SpongeBob did as a lifeguard was entertaining. Oh yeah, another flaw I do have, I just didn't like how everyone was treating SpongeBob, especially this one fish that literally kicked sand in his face. I just did not appreciate that. So, SpongeGuard on duty. It's okay. I don't love it, like it, or hate it. It's just enjoyable. It helps me get through the time.
True.
Nothing too memorable, but yeah, it just helps me get through the time. I'm going to give this episode a 6 out of 10. Thank you for guest starring, J5.
Thank you, voiceover dude. You're welcome, faggot.
His channel, I will leave a link in the description below.
He called me a faggot. Tell him to stop. You shut up, you faggot. Tiger dude, help me.
Stop calling J5 a faggot, narrator.
I am 22 Tiger Dude. Don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!